I'm Keith Olbermann, and this is The Resistance. Are these people high or what? The Department of Education, whose new secretary, Betsy DeVos, begins her term acting like she has never had any education, tweets out a salute to the author and activist W.E.B. Du Bois by misspelling his name. Department of Education. Then hours later issues its apologies and misspells apologies. Are these people high or what? On Instagram, Trump commemorates Abraham Lincoln's birthday, and the GOP does the same on Twitter by posting this photo and attributing that quote to the great president. The first printed record of that quote actually comes from an advertisement for a book about aging, published in 1947, 82 years after Lincoln died. Are these people high or what? Trump, in a private meeting with senators of both parties to talk about his Supreme Court nominee, wanders off into his mental woods again, calls Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas again, and tells the ex-Senator Kelly Ayotte that she would have kept her seat in New Hampshire, but for thousands of illegal votes cast there by people bussed in from Massachusetts. Are these people high or what? New Hampshire's former Republican chairman offers $1,000 for proof of just one such illegal bust-in vote. A federal elections commissioner appointed by President George W. Bush demands Trump share his proof, quote, with the appropriate law enforcement authorities so that his allegations may be investigated promptly and thoroughly. Whereupon Trump's propagandist flavor of the month, Stephen Miller, goes on television and offers as proof, no proof. I've actually, having worked before on a campaign in New Hampshire, I can tell you that this issue of busing voters into New Hampshire is widely known by anyone who's worked in New Hampshire politics. It's very real. It's very serious. This morning on this show is not the venue for me to lay out all the evidence. Translation? You want proof? I offer as proof my opinion, because there is no proof. Are these people high or what? Public policy polling asks 712 voters, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? The Bowling Green massacre shows why we need Donald Trump's executive order on immigration. Roughly 51% of Trump voters answer yes, the Muslim ban is justified by the Bowling Green massacre. There is no Bowling Green massacre. This is the same nonsense that Kellyanne Conway made up. Are these people high or what? Last August, the same pollster asked, would you support or oppose building a wall along the Atlantic Ocean to keep Muslims from entering the country from the Middle East? 31% of those identifying themselves as Trump supporters said yes to walling off the entire eastern seaboard to keep out Muslims coming in by surfboard or submarine or swimming here from Baghdad. Are these people high or what? Again, same pollster asking, do you think Donald Trump should be able to overturn decisions by judges that he disagrees with or not? 51% said yes. Another 16% of Trump supporters aren't sure. Only a third of Trump supporters said no. A democracy in which the president can overturn the rulings of judges is not a democracy, it is a dictatorship. A majority of Trump voters are okay with replacing key parts of the United States of America with one-man rule. Are these people high or what? And when all of these threads of madness join up and the immigration history of this country is betrayed by a would-be tyrant looking for scapegoats, the picture changes from Americans acting as if intoxicated and becomes Americans acting just like ordinary Germans did under the Nazis or just as ordinary Russians did under the communists. JFK Airport, an Iraqi woman detained 33 hours, handcuffed, reportedly denied a wheelchair. She'd come here to see her son, a sergeant in the American 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg. Philadelphia International, a woman flies in from Iran to see her daughters, both American doctoral students. Her passport is seized. Somehow she doesn't seem to have her cell phone anymore. Customs puts her on another flight back to Iran. They couldn't tell her daughters which flight. Frankfurt, Germany. American customs there keeps Dr. Samira Asghari from flying to Boston, where the next day she was supposed to start her fellowship at the Harvard Med School. Dulles Airport. Woman traveling with 2 citizen children, reportedly detained for 20 hours without food, told the kids could stay, but she would be deported to Africa, handcuffed even when going to the bathroom. Bush Intercontinental, Houston. Man coming in from Chile, reportedly forced to give his phone to customs, to give them the PIN number for the phone, to authorize them to copy the phone's contents. He is a scientist at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The phone belongs to his employer, NASA. He works for an arm of the U.S. government. He was born in the U.S. And back at Dulles, 5-year-old boy, U.S. citizen, kept from his mother, detained for 4 hours. Sean Spicer's reaction, quote, to assume that just because of someone's age or gender or whatever, that they don't pose a threat would be misguided and wrong. Are these people high or what? Last month, as I sat next to him on his set, my friend Bill Maher managed to do something he had not done since 1978. He shocked me. He cited statistics that the 14 states in this country with the highest number of painkiller prescriptions per person all voted last November for Trump. And where Trump did the best, West Virginia, an average of roughly 433 pain pills per person over the last 6 years in that state. 80% of the states with the greatest heroin use went for Trump. 6 of the 9 Ohio counties Trump flipped from Obama have opioid overdose rates high above the national average. All of the ones he flipped in Pennsylvania have nearly double the national overdose rate. Madness surrounds us in the government, in the behavior of its spokespeople, in the amorality and brutality of those who enforce its decrees, and in the rising disinterest in democracy of those who support this man. So once more, much more solemnly, are these people high or what? Resist. Peace.